I think whether people come to church every Sunday or not, lots of people actually like to have an active church in their village because it's a symbol of God's presence in the village with them. It's really vital that the church actually not only stays open but also goes forward and develops as a centre of community where people can come and can meet and we can actually get some good village spirit going.
The first rector, and there's a list in the church of every rector there's been since it opened, was 1233. So that's nearly 800 years ago. So it's very old, and it's of Norman build. You can see the arches round about, our Norman arches. So it goes back an awful long way. The renovation project came about in 2006 when the Reverend Ray Yates, along with the Parochial Council, said unless we do some essential repairs to the church, it would not be able to be used for health and safety reasons, and that it would be closed down, possibly boarded up, and left to fall down because apparently the church itself would not be responsible for maintaining it going forward. We were told at that time the repairs were probably going to cost between £100,000 and £150,000, and that we would be required to contribute about 10% of that. We'd always suspected, I think, that the costs were going to go up, that they would cost more than the original estimates, and it was then we got firm estimates and it was getting nearer to 200,000. So we realised we'd got to raise more than 15. The real problem was the tower. The tower that's been here for 800 years, nearly 800 years, was beginning to crumble. And it necessitated cutting out the crumbling stone and replacing it with new stone. And then we had to employ a specialist team of builders, people that had worked on churches elsewhere, to come and carry out the work, and they put up scaffolding right the way around the tower.
Well, it all stirred up from when we had the meeting in the village hall. You know, we got an awful lot of response.
Then it was amazing how many people were saying they wanted to
all
keep the church going.
And help with the fundraising, and they didn't want to see the church shut. And it got people together.
People have been so supportive. I mean, we've raised in the village through efforts that we've had, we've raised about £25,000. Well, for such a small community, that is a lot of money. So it's been great. Do you agree, girls?
Yes, definitely.
I think it's the community spirit more than anything else that's been generated, that's been the major positive that's come out of the fundraising.
Yeah, more than the money, really, isn't it? Really?
Yes.
Yeah. In this present day, you know, it proves that other things can happen than just having money. You know, you get this warmth back into, well, you regenerate the village, really, and make people know each other more, want to get involved in things more. It's really important nowadays, I think, that spirit of community.
But being such a small community, there's only a certain amount we can raise, and we do need outside help. I don't know how many people there are within the Foston, Gambling and Brigham, but it's a very small number of people, and we can't always be calling on our friends to support us.
The grants are there. English Heritage have been fantastic. We've got a really good set of architects as well who are very, very good. And the other thing is, you're not just getting the money, you're actually getting a better village community because it does pull people together.
We think this renovation's really important for the whole community here, not just for the people who come to church, but also as a centre of community for the three communities that make up this parish. There used to be a post office in this village. Now sadly that post office has closed. There used to be a pub in this village, and sadly the pub has closed as well. We really believe that this church has a crucial part to play in the life of the villages in this parish. And we think this church is symbolic of the role that churches can play in rural life, basically. So for anyone who wants to see rural communities growing and thriving, I would say please do give us your support. Any donation is very, very gratefully accepted because we think it makes a real difference to the people here and churches like this church throughout the nation.